Nicodemus, there you are. Come on in here. Let me show you what I was talking to you about.
Ah, Joseph. Yes.
Look that over and see what you think.
This is your tomb?
Yes, yes.
Oh, it's larger than I thought.
Yeah, it's big enough. So, what do you think, Joseph? Should I offer to put Jesus' body in my tomb?
Oh, Joseph, it's up to you. Tombs are so expensive here in Jerusalem.
Yes.
You do what you want. I just can't believe that we're letting this happen.
I know.
We haven't had anyone since Moses with the power and authority to teach and do miracles as Jesus does, and yet we're crucifying him.
I know. Did you see how they beat him? I'm reminded of what the prophet Isaiah said about the Messiah so many years ago, when he said that his appearance was defiled beyond that of any man.
His body was marred beyond likeness.
Yes. Wait a minute. Are they going to tie him to the cross, or are they going to nail him?
They're going to nail him. I saw the soldier walk by with the hammer and nails. Why do you ask?
Well, in that same passage it said he was pierced for our sins.
It makes sense now. They say he never cried out. Isaiah said he was led like a lamb to the slaughter. But as a sheep before his shearers is silent, so he did not open his mouth.
Isaiah also said that he was despised and rejected. That's why they hate him so much.
It just doesn't make sense. He's the greatest fulfillment. He is the fulfillment of Isaiah's prophecy over 700 years ago.
Yes.
When he said, we all like sheep have gone astray, and the Lord has laid on him the sins of us all. What are you going to do?
I don't understand it all. But he has to be the Messiah. No one could fulfill all of those prophecies like he has. I'm going to trust him.
I told you, when I went to him at night, he said to me, for God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten Son.
Exactly.
He was talking about himself.
Yes.
He has to be the Messiah. There's no other
agree.
explanation.
Well, that's it. I got plenty of money to buy another tomb for me and my family. I'm at least going to see to it that he has a proper burial. I'm going to ask Pilate if I can have Jesus' body.
Wait. Didn't Isaiah also say he was assigned a grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death?
That's right.
He was pierced for my sins.
He was crushed for my sins.
I can't believe we're letting this happen.
I don't believe it either. Come on, we got to get this tomb ready.
Pilate? Where have you been?
He's gone. He's gone. My soldiers are making him carry his beam up to the place of his skull. If you listen in a few minutes, you can hear him scream.
What is that to you? You condemn men every day. We hear them scream every day.
Why didn't he answer me? Simple question. Why wouldn't he answer me? The Jewish council. Simple questions. He refused to answer unless the law required him to. I'm so used to these people spitting at us and hurling insults, obscenities, all the time, knowing they're about to be nailed to one of our crosses. He would not say a word. And when he did look at me, it was like he had pity on me, not fear. Pity on me, Pilate. Pity. But when he did talk, it was really strange. Talk about a kingdom not of this world, or the nature of truth. It's very unusual for someone about to be nailed to a cross.
I told you not to have anything to do with that man. Remember my dream? I was terrified. I still am.
I know. You think I wanted this? I tried to pass him off on Herod. No, he sends him right back to me. I thought that I could substitute that worthless Barabbas. It's their feast. I thought, they'll take a prisoner, give him Barabbas, and let me off. Give us Barabbas. Give us Barabbas. Give us Barabbas. My final action was to turn him over to my soldiers and just let him tear him to pieces. They used the cat of nine tails on him. They put a crown of thorns in his scalp, dug it deep, plucked his beard, beat him with rocks. Skin just hanging off of him like ribbons. I presented him to the people. He's shivering from the shock. I thought, surely they'll see this thing that doesn't even look like a man, and they'll have pity on him, and they'll let him go, and they'll let me go. I refuse to have the blood of this innocent man on my hands. I refuse. I am not thinking about this again. When I stood before him, I washed my hands in front of him, and I said, I wash my hands of the blood of this innocent man. Let his blood be on. Let his...
Pilate, what are you doing?
I wash my hands of the blood of this innocent man. I find no fault in him. He is the King of the Jews. What I have written stays written.
You can wash your hands, but you can never free your mind.
I know. God help me, I know.
Barabbas. Man, are you lucky? I thought they were going to take you and put you on the cross.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't get it. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. I'm rotting away in that stinking jail over there. They convicted me of murder, burglary, you name it, I did it. They convicted me, sentenced me to die on the cross today. So I knew the next time they came to the jailers came in there, it was going to be the end of Barabbas. They came in and got me, and they took me to Pilate's place. And they threw me up against this poor guy that had been beaten to a pulp. I never saw anybody that bad. And so Pilate says, "Who do I give to you, Barabbas or Jesus?" It was easy. I knew they were going to say, Jesus go, and then I was going to tell the crowd where they could go. But in the back of the crowd, somebody called my name. And then one after another, over and over and over again, they're calling Barabbas. And so Pilate says, well, what do I do with Jesus? And they all shouted, crucify him. And then they started again. Give us Barabbas, Barabbas, Barabbas. Calling my name over and over again. The jailers threw me out into the crowd. They took Jesus down over to Golgotha. And the crowd followed him. And then I went down there. And I got down there and I stood there for the longest time. I watched them put that man up on the cross that I was supposed to be on. So I stood there and I watched for a long time. It's not going to be long now. But he looked down at me, and I couldn't take it. That man was dying in my place. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense.
Well, maybe it's not your place that he's dying for. Maybe it's all of us. We've all done some pretty terrible things.
I can't believe this. Last week, we're shouting Hosanna, throwing palm branches down, proclaiming him to be the Messiah. This week we're screaming, crucify him, nailing him to a cross. Have we lost our minds?
So it makes me think about the song we sing in the synagogue about the piercing his hands and his feet. Which one is that? You know, it comes right before the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
Yes, that's the song about the Messiah, right?
Yes, that's the one.
What does that say up there on top of that cross? King of the Jews? King of the Jews? Really? You're not my king. No, you're not my king.
We told you not to come here. All you did was bring trouble.
Just a troublemaker. You know, they said that he saved others. Well, save yourself. Come on, save yourself now. Come on, you can do it. Come on, save yourself.
If you're who you say you are, save yourself from this cross.
Yeah, then we'll believe
Then we'll
in
believe
you.
in you.
Yeah, we'll believe in you then. You know what else they say? They said that he said that he was going to destroy the temple.
Our temple?
Our temple. He was going to destroy our temple. And then you know what he was going to do? He was going to rebuild it in 3 days.
3 days?
That's what they said, 3 days. I think he's just a troublemaker, that's all.
Save yourself.
Yeah. Come on down. Come on down.
Forgive them.
The song says, all who see me mock me. They hurl insults, shaking their heads. He trusts in the Lord, let the Lord save him.
Doesn't it say something about all my bones are out of joint?
Yes.
That's describing crucifixion. What else could it be talking about?
Give me his clothes.
Not this time. You always get their clothes.
Let's cast lot for his clothes in.
So be it. This time I'll win. I got a 2.
I got a 4.
You always win.
It also says they'll divide his garments amongst them. They'll cast lots for his clothing. I can't believe this. Predictions from 1,000 years ago are being fulfilled before our eyes.
My God, why have you forsaken me?
That's how the song starts. He's telling us he's the Messiah.
Into your hands I commit my spirit.
It's him. It's really him. He's the Messiah. What have we done?
This is my body. This is my blood. It's for you. Do this in